Good day, it's Rian Peters, Peters de Villiers and Associates. Today is the 12th of May 2020. We are still in lockdown level 4, and I thought I should just make a short video just to give some background on when businesses do start up again. Now, I think that we have been so entangled at the moment in just coping with the situation at hand, which in some cases led to working short time, even with some essential services, which led to retrenchments in certain instances, um, and then also just trying to see whether one can, as an employer, claim from government assistance that is available. This all has kept us very busy, and I think that it is time to also maybe just have a quick talk about when we reopen again. When it goes down to a particular level where your specific business in your industry can open up, it is imperative that you have certain things in place. The last thing that you would want is to be able to open up in a specific level, and then due to not having the correct um, things in place, your business is closed down again. So I thought today would be good to make a few notes and just discuss a few things. I think that every employer will, during the different phases of the lockdown in the foreseeable future, and even after the lockdown, will have to adhere to certain safety protocols. I think that there's a lot have been said about that already, but I think that a lot of employers will have to re-examine the way that they approach health and safety in their organization, and certainly they would have to look at the activities within the environment that they operate in, and also in terms of the policies that they have in place. This would apply to all employers, whether you are a sole proprietor with one person working for you, or whether you are a PTY that has 30 people working for you, or whether you're a corporation that has 500 or 1,000 people working for you. It may vary in how this is implemented and the regulations that apply, but certainly everybody would have to adhere to the health and safety regulations in order to operate and to create a safe environment, a safe working environment for the employees that work for you. That onus does rest on the employer, although it has also been said very clearly that employees, there is also onus on employees to ensure their safety and the safety of their fellow workers by also adhering to certain protocols and so on that is implemented in the workplace. So the onus is mainly on the employer, but there is also an onus on the employee to make sure that he or she does adhere to the protocols that are in place within a specific workplace. Now, I think that once we've said that, then the next step would be that there would have to be a specialized health risk assessment that would have to be done. So the two things that I think would have to be looked at very carefully within any employer's operation would be, one, that you would have to be put in place a COVID-19 health and safety policy, which sets out how you are going to approach this in the workplace. That policy will have to be implemented in order to guide all employees and to ensure that you as an employer can show that you are actually a responsible employer and that you do endeavor to create a safe working environment for all the employees that work for you. Flowing from that policy would be the specialized health risk assessment that I've mentioned for your particular workplace. And this would be to identify, this would be a practitioner that would look at your specific environment and that would identify the potential risks that you have within that particular environment in your business. Um, specifically relating then at present to the COVID-19 situation. The control measures that are currently in place would have to be looked at, and there would have to be advice on whether there should be more control measures implemented and what they should be. Now, I have seen a number of um, advertisements, people stating that they can quickly give you these policies, and they can quickly come and do this assessment or give you an assessment that you must do yourself. And you quickly just on your credit card pay 400 Rand, and then suddenly you have all these things in place. I don't think that people should think that it is that easy. This is a very specific way of looking at the workplace in a specific environment, and different businesses will certainly differ in the advice that must be given. So I think that there will be many people out there that is going to try and see if they can make a quick buck and just give what one could possibly call generic documentation to try and just say, well, now you've got this in place, so if the Department of Labor or anyone comes and does an inspection, you'll be okay. I think that employers must be very, very wary of this kind of situation. Um, what we have done is we have decided from the practice side to work in conjunction with a medical practitioner, but not just a medical practitioner that has a postgraduate diploma in occupational health, in occupational medicine, and then one can ensure that this assessment is done in the correct way, and that this assessment, the advice that flows from this assessment, is particular to your specific business. We as a practice, we will definitely be looking at it in that way. So typically what we would do for our clients is we would put in place a COVID-19 health and safety policy, not to be confused with the policy stating how we're going to remunerate employees during the lockdown and etc. This is a particular COVID-19 health and safety policy, and from that will flow the risk assessment that must be done, and there we will work in conjunction with a medical practitioner with a postgraduate diploma in occupational medicine, in order to ensure that our clients have in place what they should have in place in order to really create, not just to comply, but to really create a safe working environment for all employees as far as possible. Now, the things that one would look at would be obviously the risk of reducing infection within the workplace, classifying worker exposure within the workplace, implementing workplace controls to ensure that one has in place, or at best you have in place, things to ensure the safety of the employees that work for you. So once this is done, you should have an environment where it treats or has the protocols, looking at when a client comes to visit you, how many workers work for you, the distancing between them in terms of office space. All these things would be addressed in this assessment. And it would be imperative for businesses who want to keep on trading, once they are allowed to trade, to have these things in place. We certainly are going to assist our clients, and if anybody needs assistance in this regard, by all means, please contact us via Facebook, our page, or the people that are on the WhatsApp group. You can just indicate via private message that you are interested in ensuring that your business will comply in this regard, and that we must assist you. I think that yes, we are still in the lockdown, and we are focusing on what we need to do at this particular point in time. But like I said in previous videos, there is a post COVID-19 time that lies ahead, and we must start preparing now and ensuring that we have businesses that can trade, and can trade in a safe manner post this very bad situation that we are in at the moment. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless. Thank you.